with Matt, who's had the weather all morning from Formby Beach, where the big spring clean-up has been taking place. And we love the lobster. I hope we can have it back before the end of the programme. Morning again.
I will try and find him. I think we have located him, so he should be back with us in about... Yes, welcome the Sefton Coast. As Louise mentioned, it's part of the big beach clean-up taking at the moment. Over 90 beaches. It's an initiative between the Marine Conservation Society and a national retailer. This is the big beach clean-up, but the Marine Conservation Society have been doing this with thousands of volunteers over the past 21 years. And in doing it over that length of time, they've been able to see how much rubbish accumulates on our beach. Between 2013 and 2014, they saw a 6% rise, and the amount of things you can find just littered on a beach is phenomenal. Last year alone, there were close to 11,000 earbuds picked up and over 2,500 bags of litter. So the job the volunteers are doing behind me, a very, very important one. And you'll notice I'm to keep a very tight hold of those bin bags this morning because it's pretty windy here, and the forecast here in Formby is for that wind to remain strong and blustery, as it will do across the northern half of the UK today, bringing a mixture of sunshine and showers. Now, for some of you at the moment, it probably feels a bit wetter.
It's been out early this morning helping to clean up Formby Beach. The Marine Conservation Society is targeting more than 140 beaches around the country today. Last year, nationally, they say litter collected included more than 40,000 tin cans, as well as many other types of rubbish.
We catch up with the weather again. Matt has been in Formby Beach all day today, where it's been blustery, to say the least. Morning, Matt.
Has he got lobster on the menu there?
Good morning. Oh, there could well be, Bill. Stay with me. But yes, welcome to Formby Beach, just one of 90 beaches taking part in the big spring beach clean-up initiative between a national retailer and the Marine Conservation Society. And joining me from the Marine Conservation Society to explain more is Richard Harrington. Good morning, thank you for joining us.
Hi, Mitchell.
Just briefly tell us, why is this initiative so important?
Well, we've been noticing that levels of rubbish in our oceans have been going up, and we really need to clean up. So this is the big beach clean-up, where we try and pick up as much as we possibly can, and of course at the same time we record everything that we find. So that's very useful for us to take away and actually identify how this rubbish gets here, and to try and do something about it and stem it at source. So last year when we did this clean-up with M&S, we found enough rubbish to fill a double-decker bus. The year before that we found 80 tonnes of litter, so we found slightly less last year, but overall we know that our trends of rubbish in the ocean are in fact going up year on year.
And what's the sort of impact this has on wildlife, the rubbish you find?
Well, that's right. So litter can be very hazardous to people. So sharp glass and sharp metal can cause cuts and injuries. But you'd be really surprised at the sorts of things that can cause harm for wildlife. So something as innocuous as a balloon ribbon, for example, I've seen wrapped around seabirds, and causing injury to them. I've been to a small island called Grasshome off the coast of Pembrokeshire and had to free over 80 gannets, adults and chicks, from their nests because they'd made their nest out of plastic material, thinking it was the natural seaweed that they'd normally build that out of. So it can cause tremendous suffering for animals, and even for animals at a whole population level. There's so much material out there causing harm that it actually has impacts on populations of animals.
So it's really important, the job you're doing. Is it too late for members of the public to get involved?
No, fortunately we're doing a week-long clean with MS at the moment. The last ones are tomorrow, so be quick, register on our website, and then we've got another series of beach cleans in the autumn as well. So get online onto our website and sign up for that too.
Brilliant, lovely. Thank you for joining us this morning. Best of luck today, especially these blustery conditions. You need to keep a very tight hold of bin bags today, particularly down here, because the wind, the weather is with us all day long. And indeed, that's the forecast here and across the northern half of the country today. A forecast of some strong winds, but also a mixture of sunshine and showers. Some of you seeing more of one than the other. It's a Thursday, it turns cooler again, particularly for England and Wales, and it's here where we could see some rain. So that's the forecast, and just before we go, look who I've managed to find for you, Bill and Louise, our friend down here in Formby Beach. I have to say, he's the laziest lobster I've ever met in my life. Larry the lobster. He's observing rather than helping, I think.
Yeah, that won't do at all. He can't pick anything up, you see, that's his trouble.
He's just like miserable all morning,
exactly.
Matt.
You'd think with those claws he'd be better at picking things up, wouldn't you?
Yeah. All right. Thanks very much. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. Now, they're the shy little creatures which once populated
Fine
our...
weather today, was it? But dozens of people still headed for the sands at Formby, armed with plastic bags, ready for a big clean-up.
They found piles of rubbish washed up or left on the beach, including many items which conservationists say are seriously threatening wildlife. Our environment correspondent, Judy Hobson, joined them for the day.
Formby Beach is one of the region's most stunning, and at first glance it looks clean, but look a little closer. Today, 50 volunteers and more than 100 school children came to help clear it up. And yes, that is a car bumper.
Well, we've seen all sorts, lots and lots of plastic bottles, bottle tops, crisp packets, polystyrene kind of food cartons, and then bigger things like quite a lot of tarpaulin actually, bin bags, those sorts of things, material, all sorts.
This isn't just about making beaches look better for visitors. Litter is a serious threat to our wildlife.
There's those very tiny plastic particles, for example. Many kinds of seabird eat that instead of their plankton prey items. And bits of rope and line, and even the ribbons that tie onto balloons when those are released onto helium balloons really do tend to wash up and entangle animals.
25,000 tonnes of rubbish were picked up last year. That's 6% more than the year before. Some of it is thrown from ships, but most of it is dropped by visitors.
During last year's clean-up, 10,000 cotton buds, 25,000 crisp packets and 42,000 tin cans were collected across Britain's beaches.
In just 2 hours, volunteers here collected 171 kilograms of rubbish. That's 33 full bin bags.
We've been picking up lots of litter and it feels really good helping the environment.
We found string and metal wire and I love just helping the environment and clearing the beach.
The Marine Conservation Society wants manufacturers to use less plastic. A tougher challenge is persuading visitors to stop dropping it. Judy Hobson, BBC North West Tonight, Formby.
Well, I said not seaside weather, but pretty
It's
nice,
all right,
really,
isn't it?
wasn't it? Yeah, I've seen worse.
Eno will have a full forecast for us a little later.